Wow. Ernest Jones has been traded by the Rams to the Titans. I'm not shocked necessarily that this trade was made. It sounded like it was going to get to that point. I thought he'd go to the Falcons. I know the Falcons were very interested in him. So this is a doozy. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. I'm not going to beat around the bush. This is not great. Obviously, this is a very, very good player. And I think, we kind of have to wait because as of right now, we have no idea what the haul is, so to speak. But to me, looking at the Titans, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, I mean, I really only came away thinking Cedric Gray would make sense as a part of this trade. Now, currently, Kenneth Murray, Jack Gibbons, Cedric Gray, the rookie 4th round pick, those are the guys that they have in that linebacker room. If the Rams were trying to maybe do something different and maybe go out and get, some help on the offensive line, I could see this maybe including somebody like, Dylan Ray Dunes or maybe Skoronski or Rupsich or something like that. But I don't really love what I'm looking at when it comes to the Titans. Maybe they get a Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Like, I don't really think that. I think this is going to be picks, guys. I don't know if they're going to get Gray, but I think that this is really just going to be picks. And that's really disappointing. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm looking at this team and I'm not really seeing like where they would go here. Like, I think to me, it's Cedric Gray or bust. And I don't really understand why you would trade a guy like Ernest Jones, in a year where you're competing, man. You're competing for, a legitimate, like a Super Bowl. Okay. And so this could be because of Omar Speights, like what Greg Rosenthal said. You could very well see, this could be a move because of Speights, and that's certainly the case. But yeah, I think this is a mistake. I think this is absolutely a mistake, and again, we'll see what ends up happening. But I'm not thrilled about this. I'm really not. If I'm being honest with you. And this won't be a super long live stream. I just wanted to go live because I think it made sense. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. I see you guys on Kick. I see you guys on YouTube. We got plenty of people in here, so really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already. Shout out to Pineapple Junie Jordan. I hope I didn't butcher that name. And Redax on Kick. We got 21 people on there right now. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to hit that follow button on Kick if you haven't already. If you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We're going to have plenty of Rams content throughout the year. If you want to become a member, we have priority call-ins during the season, $9.99 a month. So if you want to become a member, link is in the description below. You could also hit the join button as well. Further supports the channel. Yeah, this ain't great. I'm not thrilled about this. Now this happens, so 53-man roster is going to be a little interesting, right? I mean, I think now, looking at their roster, they have a big hole at inside linebacker. You would think, you look Christian Roseboom, you got Troy Reeder, you got Jacob Hummel, and you got Omar Speights that we know of. Does Elias Neal now make the roster? I thought Neal played well in that third preseason game. I thought he had a solid preseason in general, but yeah, I mean, how does that go? I don't know. I guess, we'll find out, but, yeah, this is interesting. I'm definitely not thrilled about this. I'll tell you that much. Not thrilled about this at all. And, yeah, it sucks. Ernest Jones has been a model of consistency. He grew with this team his first year with the Rams. They won the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's definitely upsetting, as a rookie, seeing him make plays in the Super Bowl and everything. And yeah, it's definitely upsetting. I hope the Rams know what they're doing. I do. I hope they know what they're doing because, I understand. Okay. Yeah. He's a free agent, after the season. And if you can't come to an agreement, whatever. But I think it's important to remember this is still a team that can win the Super Bowl. And I just think that, the idea that you're going to trade him away to get something now when you could just wait and get a compensatory pick, and also have Ernest Jones for 18 or however many games, it just doesn't feel like a great move. So I think, people are going to be really upset. I think they have every reason to be really upset. We don't actually know what's going on. We don't know, maybe Ernest Jones actually did, ask to be traded. That's certainly possible. But I mean, we don't know for sure. We haven't really heard anything on that front. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And now we wait. And I wanted to go live. I normally wait for, if we're doing a video, I would wait for like compensation and things but it's like, it doesn't look like compensation is coming anytime soon. Like, we're not going to get compensation. We've now been live for, 6 or so minutes. It doesn't look like compensation is going to come anytime soon. So I'll say that. Just want to let you guys know that this live stream is brought to you by BetUS. You can get your 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 3 times by using my promo link in the description and the comment section below. So yeah, definitely check out BetUS. They're going to be sponsoring our channel pretty much the whole year. So that's something to, look forward to and everything. We appreciate them. Garrett, what's up? Really disappointed in this front office and the way this was handled. The inability of front office to value and pay inside linebackers has been confusing. I agree with that. Appreciate the $5 there. Really appreciate the donation, man. Yeah, it's concerning, guys. I think, everyone has a reason to be upset about this, because if the Rams didn't get a good haul, this is a great player. And it just seems like they turned it into a situation where they had to get rid of Ernest Jones. And I don't really understand this at all. I mean, and trust me, we keep it real on this channel. Okay. I like the Rams. I like the organization. I give guys credit where credit's due. But the bottom line is, if, this ends up being like a pick swap and they get like a 6th rounder or something, I am going to absolutely rip the front office because I think that'd be a terrible trade. I think it's okay to have an issue, with said stuff. And I know people are telling me to chill, but the reality is this is just terrible. Like, they better have gotten something good or I'm going to call them out on it. And I mean, the thing is, if Ernest Jones was still a Ram, people would be telling me how great he is, right? If Ernest Jones was still a Ram, people would say he should win the Pro Bowl this year. He should be in a Pro Bowl this year, be an all-pro. But as soon as he's traded, you have those fans that will tell you, always trust in Sean McVay and Les Snead, and will discount how good he really is. Because let's not get it twisted. This is a really damn good football player. You say he's injury prone. I see in the comment section, but I don't. What do you mean by injury prone? Like, let me just remind you something, okay? Ernest Jones played 47 games in 3 years. So, like, what injury prone are you talking about? Like that, I mean, that's the thing. Like what is injury prone? If a guy plays that many games in 3 years, like, how is he injury prone? I want to make it clear This channel is and me personally, I'm never just gonna be wishy-washy. Oh, he's a Ram, I'm gonna call him the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then when he gets traded, I'm gonna act like he wasn't good. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. So, in case you forgot, Ernest Jones played 2,095 snaps in 3 years. That's the furthest thing from injury prone that you can get. So I just, I don't understand how anyone could say he's injury prone. That's ridiculous. Sushi for breakfast. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate you. Rams are about to put Hoyt at inside linebacker. I don't think so. Well, thank you, though. I appreciate that. Deontay Smith, thank you for the 2. We never get good value for our trades, i.e. Ramsey. Yeah, I know. I don't like this. I don't like this, what I'm expecting from the Titans. I don't like this partner. I don't like this trade partner at all. Because I just don't think the Titans have much to offer. And if we're not going to see Cedric Gray in a Rams uniform, then this is just an abject failure. You should have sent him to the Falcons, and you should have asked for Troy Anderson. Simply. I mean, that's what I would say. Hunter, thank you for the 10. Didn't think it would actually come to this. Let's hope Omar Spates is a beast. Let's go Rams. Rest in peace, Ernest Jones 4. Yeah, very disappointing. Thank you so much for the 10, Hunter. Really appreciate you. Walker Dean, thank you so much for the 5. Any chance this is more of a future move? Obviously, we have a very young team, and the market seems to be getting more and more expensive every year. Be that as it may, and thank you so much for the 5, Walker. My concern is that a future move basically tells me that they prioritized the future instead of the here and now when they have Matthew Stafford on a limited time. I don't understand how you can sit there as a team and say, yeah, we're going to win a Super Bowl. We're going to compete. We're going to really try and do it this year. Coming off a playoff, loss last year, a team that was the hottest team at the end of the season. And then you follow it up this year and you're like, yeah, we're going to trade our best, one of our captains in the middle. I just don't understand how you can do that. I don't get that. And by the way, they're not exclusive to that thinking because I'm watching the Yankees do it. I cover the Yankees for those of you who don't know. And I'm watching the Yankees do it with one of their top prospects in their farm system, one of the best prospects in baseball, Jason Dominguez. They want to save him for his rookie season so they get a compensatory pick when he wins Rookie of the Year next year. So that's why he's not called up. So again, it's the idea of sports basically saying, hey, let's prioritize the future instead of the here and now. Let's prioritize the future instead of winning a Super Bowl. And look, I'm going to say this too. What it comes down to is I love the prospect of, Omar Spates being good enough to play. Okay? But the problem here is now you're putting all your ducks in a row saying, oh, well, we have, Omar Spates, or if any of those rumors are true, we have Omar Spates, we have Jake Hummel. Yeah, that's great and all, but Ernest Jones is the best blitzing linebacker in the league, okay? Ernest Jones also is a player. So when you talk about this league and how it's next man up, you may feel good about Omar Spates, but what happens if he goes down? See, what I don't want is for a team that seems to have some decent depth and inside backer before this trade to all of a sudden have a giant gaping hole in the middle because they traded away Ernest Jones and then they had a bevy of injuries on the inside linebacker room. And that is my concern, okay? I don't like this. They're saying 5th round pick. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? That is a joke. That is an absolute, there's no way it's a 5th round pick. Tell me it's not a 5th round pick. That would be an absolute joke. That'd be an objective failure on the Rams' part. This is absolutely terrible. I know I was negative last year and people said, oh, just trust Ian McVay. And then I saw their draft, and I was like, okay, I trust them a little bit more. But he said he'd play out the rest of the year without a contract. And all you should care about as a Rams fan is winning the Super Bowl. They've already done it. They've been to 2 with Sean McVay. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league and the best quarterback in the NFC. The only thing that should be the goal is to win a Super Bowl this year. There's no, let's get to the NFC title game. No, they should have won the Super Bowl last year, if we're being honest. They were the hottest team at the end of last year. They were screwed in the Lions game, and who knows what could have happened if they got out of that. But this year, their goal should be to win another Super Bowl. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. You can't be serious. A 2026 fifth rounder, there's no way that is the haul. It's a 6th and Ernest Jones for a 5th. Oh my God. I have no words. Are you kidding me? Ian Rappaport just confirmed the Rams traded a pick with Ernest Jones. They traded a 2026 6th rounder with Ernest Jones to get a 2026 5th rounder. Are we kidding ourselves right now? Are we serious? You can't be serious. That is horrible. That is absolutely terrible. That is an abject failure by the Rams front office. Absolute failure on their part. And let me make this clear. When the Rams traded Robert Woods, he was coming off a major injury and he was older. Okay? Ernest Jones is 24 years old currently. He'll be 25 in November. He's a top 10 linebacker, and you couldn't even get a pick next year for him. That is pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic on the Rams' part. It's just awful. You can't be serious. It's a joke. It's a meme. It's literally a meme at this point. The good old Les Snead pick swaps. I love Les Snead. He's done a great job. But I would prefer him to never make another trade ever again. It's awful. Spencer says, stop being a reactionary creator. You know what, Spencer? I'll say this. I give a lot to this channel. I give a lot to you guys. I say a lot. I'm articulate with my responses. I give a lot of context. I use stats. I'm a stats guy. I'll say whatever the hell I want. I will say whatever the hell I want because right now, this is a bad move. And here's the thing. You could tell me they have this guy, they have this guy, they have this guy. I'm sorry, 2 weeks before the season, you're going to trade the guy that Aaron Donald said he gave the keys to of this defense. You're going to trade him for a 5th rounder in 2026. You're basically saying, just get him off this team. That's what you're saying. So absolutely no. I'm going to say, with all due respect, I'm going to say exactly what everyone else is saying. They're not happy about this trade, and they shouldn't be. This is an absolute joke. How can I sit here and try to take the professional route? And by the way, you turn on any radio show or anything like that, they're talking like this too. So this isn't just, me doing whatever. I'm right. I know I'm right because I know other people in the comment section are feeling the same way. The reality is this. Ernest Jones is way too good to have only gotten that. He's too young to have only gotten that. And he's valuable. He was an important member of this defense. He's a leader. He's a captain. Are you kidding me? How can you be okay with such a just lame compensation? And then people will tell me, well, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm sorry, unless Ernest Jones came in and pulled a Gilbert Arenas, I don't give a rip. And by the way, then that still means the Rams failed because they should have gotten actual value for this guy. See, you shouldn't be just fishing to trade away a guy. Oh, well, it saves them $3 million in cap space. Sick. It also takes away one of the best linebackers in football off your team. It makes your team worse. No one can say it doesn't. I mean, I just awful. Absolutely terrible. I still think this team can win the Super Bowl. I'm not changing my opinion on that. Sometimes the best defense is a better offense. The Rams have arguably one of the best offenses in the game. But let's stop beating around the bush just because, it sounds cutesy. Oh, yeah, just trust in Les Snead and Sean McVay. They know best. Well, it's sports. It's an industry where we've seen over and over again how bad some trades have been made. We've seen teams over time regret trades. But I'm sorry, if you're comfortable with a 2026 pick swap on a 24-year-old linebacker who's a top 10 at his position, who's been a leader and has been a captain because you want to get something for him now before I don't even understand. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. This is terrible. I mean, I thought the Ramsey trade was terrible. They got a third and Hunter Long. Wow. This is the worst trade that the Rams have made since I can remember. This trade is absolutely awful. It's awful. It's a terrible trade. And I'm not going to sit here because I'm afraid of how the Rams front office is going to react to me. And I have people I know. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's a good trade. It's an objectively bad trade. Anyone would tell you. It's stupid. It's a stupid trade. A-Dog, thank you for the 10. The Rams always do this. They will draft a linebacker, and if he turns out to be good, they will trade him and let him walk. If they suck, they tend to keep him around. Shake my head. Yeah, imagine if they actually just paid these guys. Imagine if they paid guys like Ernest Jones and Corey Littleton actually before the final year of their deal. That'd be nice. Alex, what's up? Jake, have Les and Sean ever extended any of their defensive draft picks since they've been together? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Off the top of my head, I don't think so. Wildman Samurai, thank you for the 10. Jones had knee injuries, not great in coverage. Rams don't pay linebackers. Sounds like he was asking for more money. I like the younger, faster linebackers we have in McVay and Snead, I trust. So let's just say, and thank you for the 10, man. Let's just say you're right, all right? Let's just say you're right. Jones had knee injuries, whatever. I still think he's way underrated in coverage, but let's just say you're right. I'm over trading Ernest Jones. I made a video late last night. Titans fan, D. Henry, thank you for the 2. He's very good. You got a top 10 linebacker for peanuts. So, yeah, you guys made out like bandits. Very good stuff. So let me just say this, okay? I already accepted Ernest Jones being traded. Totally accepted it, right? Totally accepted it. I made a video last night, posted it. You guys saw it. Trade packages. Now, obviously, the Titans were in there. I felt like the Titans were a fit, but I thought getting a guy like Cedric Gray would make sense. But trading him like this when you would get more, the Rams would get more if he just decided, hey, I'm going to hold out the whole year. If Ernest Jones just said, I'm going to hold out the whole year, I'm not going to play, okay? If he just said that, the Rams would get more from a compensatory pick in the offseason than they did from this trade. So, again, I understand people being okay trading him, but it's one thing to have faith and trust in McVay and Snead. It's another thing to just bow down to them and be totally fine with them trading away a key cog for nothing. A 2026 fifth? Are you kidding me? How can that be acceptable to this fan base? How? How can you sit there and say, McVay and Snead, I trust, and they just, next year's the 2025 draft. They're not even getting, so they traded Ernest Jones away, and they're not even getting a 2025 pick. Not only that, they did a pick swap. They gave up a 2026 sixth round pick and Ernest Jones to get a fifth. They salary dumped a guy on his rookie deal. Are you serious? They traded him away like he had $17 million he was owed this year. They saved $3 million. How are people okay with this? This might be the worst trade I've ever seen. I don't care if they don't pay linebackers. Having a 24-year-old top 10 linebacker and trading him for a pick swap 2 years from now, I don't care who you are. You have to admit that is a terrible return on your investment. You drafted him in the third round. You couldn't even get your third round pick back. I can't even talk. I mean, like, come on. You can't be happy with this. You can't. This can't be acceptable. I mean, come on now. SoCal, thank you for the 5. This is why Rams don't stay on top. They get rid of key players that actually contribute. Then they trade players for. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't even realize we had bag of chips. Hate it. I don't want to go too crazy on that. I still think this team is going to be great. I hate bad investment. I hate bad trades. I mean, I hate seeing these trades. The pick swap trades, I'm going to be bald. I'm going to be bald, okay? I'm going to rip all of my hair out with how many freaking pick swap trades there are. But yeah, thank you for the 5, SoCal. Appreciate you. FNP90CA, thank you so much for becoming a rookie member. Appreciate you. Jesse Johnson, thank you for the 5. This stings. Not going to lie, Jake. Cue the face palm. Amen to that. Thank you so much for the 5. Hank Woodmore, thank you for the 5. Hey, Jake, I'm not going to lie. I'm disgusted. This is actually egregious. I don't know about this front office anymore. McVay and Snead must be on drugs. So I won't go that far, but Hank, I'm with you on the sense that this is disgusting. This is egregious. This is terrible. They've done stuff that has pissed me off before, but like, again, the Robert Woods pick sucked, but I understood it because when they traded Robert Woods, they were essentially salary dumping him because he's making over $10 million. Okay, Ernest Jones is not even on a rookie deal where he had a 5th-year option picked up. He's on a rookie contract still. He's on the last year of his rookie contract as a 3rd-round pick. There's no salary dump. They waited too long to trade him. It's that simple. It's a joke. I don't understand how you could actually make this trade. I don't get it. And I know, what happened last year when I called him out on a trade and Andrew Whitworth got mad at me and said, well, it's not like anybody else was going to give him more. And I said, well, it's Jalen Ramsey, and the Rams wanted to do right by him. And basically, they said, yeah, we'll get you to Miami because that's where you wanted to play. I don't know if Ernest Jones wanted to go to Tennessee, but if they literally went all out of their way to do right by Ernest Jones and send him to Tennessee and took pennies for it, then I'm sorry, you can't say, well, it's a business. Because on the same hand, you can't say we're not going to pay Ernest Jones because it's a business. And then on the other hand, say we're going to take way less. We're going to actually get pennies back so we can get Ernest Jones to the place he wants to go. That's bad business. That's not business. But I'm just speculating, right? Just speculating. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. But this is bad business. Everyone will say this is a business. Okay. Then where does the business come in? It's not personal, it's just business. Then why do they constantly get just draped over the coals with these trades. I don't know. I don't get it. Awful. Absolutely terrible. I can't even believe this. I didn't prepare myself for this. I thought 5th round this year was low. But I was like, 5th round this year with a player, I'll take it. But are you kidding? 2026? Seriously? I mean, guys, I turned, what? This year I turned 29. I'll be 31 in 2026. I just, awful. JU, thank you for the 2. What is Snead's reason for the trade? I have no idea. I'm at a loss for words. I can't even believe this. D. Henry, though, thank you for the 2 again. You are going to love Ernest Jones. Best blitzing linebacker in football. Steven Rudolph, thank you for the 5. Don't get me wrong, I'm upset too, but the way it seems like the Rams organization works is that if you do good, they'll trade you where you want to go. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, I just think it's bad business. And this is a well-respected organization. I'm not going to act like they're a bad organization. They're great, and they've drafted very well. And by all means, if they're doing this because they saw Omar Speights and were like, this guy is going to be an absolute stud. Like, he's better than Ernest Jones right now. If they feel that way, they should have traded Ernest Jones earlier, and they should have actually got something for it. It's amazing how they went from being in negotiations with him to signing him to a long-term deal to trading him away like he's a salary dump when he's in a rookie contract and all they can do is save $3 million. Awful. I mean, how can anyone be okay with this? I mean, Titans fans are probably jumping over the moon. He's a fantastic player. I don't know how Rams fans can be okay with this. I don't know. Hank Woodmore, thank you for the 2. They just violated Jake. This is all-time bad. Yeah. Thank you for the 2, man. Wildman Samurai, thank you for the 5. Here's what I've seen with the Rams. They just move on and don't want static disrupting the team chemistry. I think we'll be just fine, bro. Be that as it may, and again, totally understand what you're saying. We have no idea what Ernest Jones did behind the scenes. We have no idea about his injuries or anything like that, okay? What we do know is that we've seen players on other teams, in other organizations that have been head cases, and they've actually gotten draft picks worth a damn. That's what we do know. It's not like Ernest Jones is coming off a major injury, and it's not like Ernest Jones hasn't played in 2 years. They just traded him like he was a 31-year-old vet coming off a torn Achilles. I mean, this is an abject failure. And I don't care. I still think this team is going to be great. But why not try to get the best deal possible? Why? Are we kidding ourselves? How does this look to the defense? I don't know. It ticks me off. I hope it doesn't have a London Fletcher impact, but I've talked to some players that played with London Fletcher that were on that Rams team, and they say to this day, trading London Fletcher was the beginning of the end for the Rams dynasty. The Rams had a chance to be special, and when they traded London Fletcher, who was a man in the middle, who was a captain, guys started feeling like, man, this organization's not going to pay us no matter what we do. It was not good. Okay? Not good at all. So I'm venting, but I'm giving you guys my rapid reaction. I think this is an absolutely terrible trade. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, and there's a lot going on for Rams football. This is not a good trade. It's just... The Rams are that team, essentially, that everyone knows that they can just get great players whenever the Rams get tired of them. Like, they can just get them for nothing. It's just... I don't know. Oh, man. I wish we had more on this. I don't. I don't know. And we wait. I mean, more information will come out. But it's just awful. I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you do this. I really don't. I'm trying to understand, and $3 million to save $3 million. I don't get it. FN says I never get my Super Bowl predictions right, but I got it right in 2021. And I never pick them to win the Super Bowl. So I don't know. Man, that's so disappointing. You getting all excited for the season. They're like, yeah, we're going to trade away Ernest Jones for a bag of beans. God, and I thought Brian Cashman and the Yankees make dumb trades. This one's terrible. I mean, unless it comes out that Ernest Jones is about to retire, he can't even play anymore because this how bad this knee injury is. This is an absolute joke. But again, and David, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's not like they traded Aaron Donald, but you traded a 24-year-old top 10 linebacker, best blitzer in the league, and you traded him for something that we'll see when I'm 31 years old. I'm 28 right now. So this 5th round pick in 2026, you can't be serious. You cannot be serious. You can't be okay with this. The fan base should absolutely push back on this. You have to hold them accountable for this. Somewhere along the lines, they made a mistake. They should have traded him in the draft. That's basically what I'm saying. Guy had 145 tackles last year. Like that, that's really where I'm at, is that why did you wait until now when he had no value, apparently? I'm sure he had value. They just don't know how to make trades, apparently. But how do you not make this trade during the draft? Like, I don't... Jackie Spoke, thank you for the 2. Omar Spates better be a future All-Pro. We'll see. We shall see, folks. JU, thank you for the 2. It's like the Akers trade. McVay is not playing. Yeah, but the thing with the Akers trade is that, yeah, young and everything, but he had lost his job. Like, and he had, he didn't want to be there. He sat out. It's just, I don't know. It's really frustrating. And again, for anyone saying, trust in McVay and Snead, they've won a Super Bowl, it all will work out in the end. Yes, but think about this. It absolutely can all work out in the end. I just told you on this thing, I just said I still think they're going to win the Super Bowl. Or at least I still believe they can. But here's the thing, guys. The reality is this. Just because you can overcome this doesn't make it a good trade. Okay? Because how about this? It's not mutually exclusive. You can still win a Super Bowl and still trade Ernest Jones for something good. This isn't good for next year. He was at least going to get them a 4th round compensatory pick. That's what I don't understand. They couldn't even get that. They had to give up one of their picks because they love doing those pick swaps for God knows why. I don't understand why. But I want to give a shout out to you guys because we have almost 900 people in here. Clearly, we're in football season. We're in the swing of things. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We do Rams content all year long. Normally not this pissed off. So if you're new here, sorry. Hate to be that guy. I'm normally not negative, but I'm very not in love with this trade. But we do content all year round. We got shows on this channel. We got JE Live, which you're watching today. And we have Downtown Rams. We do interviews. Anytime there's breaking news, I try to get that stuff out immediately. Do plenty of humbly opinionated content. And of course, we have our stuff on Kick where we do film breakdowns as well. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go and sign up. You can hit the join button, or you can comment down below. In the description, you can click on the link there. Further supports the channel. This is really frustrating. But again, I really appreciate you guys being in here. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. It's a huge indicator for YouTube to push this to everybody that is out there that in Rams land. So 173 likes right now. We have 829 people concurrently. So if you could do me a favor, just hit that thumbs up button. We're going to be doing giveaways soon as well. So if you want to be a part of that, definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. But yeah, it should be a fun year. I understand, people don't like hearing me just over and over again complain. I guess some people do because they're probably also in that. I don't complain, anywhere near the level of some other people. And I'm not saying like Rams creators, just in general. So I think really I feel justified in that, especially because Peyton Hendershot was just traded to the Chiefs and they got a late round conditional pick for him. Like, explain that to me. That's actually my biggest issue is like, so the Cardinals, they just traded Cam Thomas away and got a 7th round pick this year, like this upcoming year from the Chiefs for Cam Thomas. The Rams couldn't get something this year for Ernest Jones. Like it's okay to admit that the Rams just don't get great value on trades. They never have. I mean, they don't. I still think they gave up too much for Stafford. Now, I absolutely loved the Stafford trade. But we've seen it. The Lions got a franchise quarterback in Jared Goff, and they got all those picks. So how did they have to give up as much as they did with those picks? That's kind of my thing, but it is what it is. So, we got roster stuff coming out. So just gonna give you the rundown here. We're gonna end this live stream in a sec. We're gonna go live on Bleacher Report at 4 to talk about the new roster. I'm gonna go back on YouTube after the Bleacher Report live stream, and we're gonna do a live stream about the 53-man roster, which should be interesting. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap this show up. We're going to go on Bleacher Report at 4, so that's less than an hour. And then after the Bleacher Report live stream, we'll be back on here to talk Kick and YouTube to talk about the 53-man roster. So I think for those of you who don't know, Bleacher Report is an app. So I'll be live on the app if you want to check that out. You can follow me on social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or Bleacher Report at JK Bogan. And man, I hate leaving this many people, but I got to get ready for the next show. But I appreciate you guys. Also, just so you know, actually huge day. We got Bleacher Report at 4 Eastern time. After that, we got our YouTube live stream, JE Live. Then we are going to, I'll be live after the YouTube live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. That's 6 p.m. Rams time. We'll be on the NFC West Roundtable, okay? Okay, so NFC West Roundtable. Before that, Alexis and I are going to record Downtown Rams. So Downtown Rams podcast will come out. This is also going to go on audio platforms. So I want to let you guys know that if you have, you're one of those people that have been asking me, hey, love what you do. I can't keep the YouTube app open. I prefer to listen to this on our podcast platforms. Well, guess what? Lucky for you, you can go ahead and do that. So right now, before we head out of here, and I see you guys later, before we head out of here, go on to wherever you get your podcasts, whatever platform, whether it's Apple, Spotify, whatever, type in Jake Ellenbogen Live and subscribe right now. And I want to see everyone in the comments section that does this. Okay, so if you can do me a favor before we head out and just basically subscribe to the audio, even if you're not going to use the audio, it helps me out. Subscribe to the audio, put it in the chat, subscribed, and that I'll know. And I'll hang out for a little bit with that. But because I know a lot of you were asking, hey, is this going to be an audio format? Well, now we brought it over to audio. So, that is that. So hopefully we get some people before I head on out of here that subscribe to the audio podcast. And then I'll head out and I'll see you guys on Bleacher Report at 4. And if I don't see you on Bleacher Report, I'll see you on YouTube. If I don't see you on YouTube, I'll see you soon. So that is today's schedule. Appreciate you guys. GH, thank you. I guess I could drop a link. I don't know. Let's do this. I'll drop a link. There we go. So there's the podcast for Apple. Final thoughts? That's a great question, Jonathan. So final thoughts for those of you who just, want it kind of wrapped up. Spotify? Okay, 1 second. I'll get you the Spotify link. Final thoughts for those of you who want it wrapped up in a bow. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think this trade sucks. I do. I'm really frustrated. I think anybody should be frustrated. This isn't a good trade. The value is terrible. And they failed, in my opinion. I think they absolutely failed with Ernest Jones. I don't know what happened. I really don't. But I think this is an abject failure. It's that simple. As far as Bleacher Report goes, because I see people asking, sign up today. Join the Bleacher Report app, okay? Go to the Rams section, the team stream. It's Rams. And my live stream will appear at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? You can also go on the Bleacher Report app and go to where you see in the left-hand corner the magnifying glass, the search bar or whatever. Type in Jake Ellenbogen or type in JK Bogan. You'll find me. And if you follow me on Bleacher Report, then my videos will just pop up when I drop them. So you won't, it'll just message you essentially. So yeah, we'll go on Bleacher Report. That'll be about 30 minutes max. And yeah, so appreciate you guys so very much. Again, I always hate leaving this many people in a live stream. On your way out, be sure to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Really helps out the channel. And once again, special thanks to the sponsor of this live stream, BetUS, the sponsor of this channel. And be sure to check out BetUS. Link is in the comment section and the description below. I will see you guys either on Bleacher Report, which is less than an hour, or I'll see you guys in the next video, whether that's live stream later today or it's a video. But appreciate you as always, and we'll talk to you soon. Later, folks.